Hello my dear friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this particular video we will going to discuss about one of the very important feature of Java 8, and the concept about which I am talking about is lambda expression. So we will try to understand that what is lambda expression and why it is introduced in Java 8 and how we can use it to make our life easy. So let us start with our tutorial. So if we talk about lambda expression, then it is quite similar to functions, which means that a lambda expression is also having arguments and it also consists of body. And the main use case of lambda expression is to provide the implementation of functional interface. Now you must be interested in knowing that what is functional interface in Java. So if we talk about functional interfaces, then they consist of only and only single abstract method. And when we have to provide the implementation of functional interface, then we can use lambda expressions. If we talk about Java libraries, then there are multiple functional interfaces. So some of the examples are runnable interface, comparable interface, and comparator interface. So if we talk about runnable interface, then we can use this runnable interface to create threads, and it consists of one abstract method, that is run method. And if we talk about comparable interface and comparator interface, then our comparable interface consists of one abstract method, that is compare to, and comparator method consists of one abstract method, that is compare. And both of these function interfaces is used to provide sorting in Java. Now let us discuss about our functional interface which I have created, and going further we will discuss that how we can provide the implementation of our functional interface abstract method by using lambda expression. So here this is our abstract method, that is factorial, and it is accepting one input which is of type integer, and it will return a value of integer type. So by using lambda expression we will provide the implementation of this abstract method, that is factorial, to find the factorial of number. And now in latest versions of Java we can also have a static method and default methods in interfaces. So here I have provided an static method to find the sum of two numbers, and I have also provided a default method to print the message, that is programming with Chetan. Now we will discuss about lambda expressions in Java. So if we talk about the syntax of lambda expression, then it consists of lambda operators, that is and parameters or arguments of our lambda expression. Then this is the arrow operator or the arrow token which is used to provide the implementation of lambda expressions. And then our lambda expression consists of body. Let us try to understand this syntax of lambda expression by the help of examples. So here you can see that this is our lambda expression with no arguments, that is I am not providing any argument for our lambda expression, and this is the arrow token, and here we have provided a body of our lambda expression. So here it consists of only single statement. Now we can also have lambda expression with one arguments, and here we are having a lambda expression with two input arguments, and what we are doing in body, we are finding the sum of these two input arguments. So our lambda expression will return the sum of input arguments. And we can also explicitly define the input types of our arguments. So here we have explicitly defined an argument types, that is integer, and here we are finding the sum of two integer values. So our lambda expression will return the value of integer type. Then our lambda expression can also consist of multiple statements. So if our lambda expression is having multiple statements, then we can enclose them inside braces. So this is about the syntax of lambda expression. Now let us discuss about one of the example or use case of lambda expression to understand the significance of lambda expression in Java programming language. So this we have already discussed that comparator is one of the type of functional interface and our comparator consists of one abstract method, that is compare method, and it accepts two input arguments. So here what we are doing, we are sorting our dog array, and here we have provided a custom logic for sorting our array. Now here you can see that how we can use lambda expression to define the implementation of functional interface. So here you can see that we are providing an implementation of compare method, which is an abstract method of comparator interface. So it consists of two arguments. Similarly, our lambda expression consists of two arguments. Then this is our arrow token, and this is the body of our lambda expression where we have provided and logic for sorting. So here you can see that by using lambda expression, how we can reduce the complexity of our code. Now let us try to understand about lambda expression by the help of program. So here we are having a class with the name lambda expression, and inside our class I have created one main method. Now here in this statement, what I have done, I have created an array list with name as programming languages, and our programming language list consists of different languages, that is C, C++, then Java, then .NET, AngularJS and React.js. Now we will see that how we can use lambda expression to print the elements of our array list. So this is the one way how we can iterate through the list and how we can print the elements of our list. So this is a traditional way of doing it. And now let us see that how we can use a lambda expression to print the elements of our array list, that is programming languages. So this is my array list, that is programming language, and here I am using an for each method. Now here inside our for each method I have used an lambda expression. So our lambda expression is having one argument, that is language, and this is our arrow token or the arrow operator, and here we are using an print statement and we are passing the language input. So here you can see that by using a single statement we can iterate through our list and we can perform operations on our list elements. We will run our program and we will see the output, but before that let us discuss the use of lambda expression to provide the implementation of functional interface. So this we have already discussed, that we are having an functional interface and our interface is having one abstract method, that is factorial. Now we will see that how we can provide the implementation of our factorial abstract method. So I hope that you all must be knowing that what is factorial of a number. That is, if we talk about a number, then its factorial is n into n minus 1 and then n minus 2 up to 1. That is, if you have to find the factorial of 5, then it is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So before checking the output of our factorial number 5, let us first see that how we have provided the implementation of our factorial method. So here you can see that this is the reference of our interface, that is functional interface. Then here I have provided a single argument, that is input. So if we talk about our abstract method, then it consists of one input argument. That is why we have provided a single argument, and here I have provided an body of our lambda expression or the body of our abstract method. So here I have declared an factorial number and it is of type integer, and here we have written an logic to find the factorial of a number, and then we are returning the factorial number which is of type integer. So our abstract method is accepting one input argument which is of type integer, and it is also returning a value of type integer. That is why here you can see that we are returning a value of integer type. Let me comment this statement. So here you can see that we are getting an error and it is saying that this method must return a result of type integer. That is why we are returning the value of type integer, which is the result of our factorial method. Now here in this statement, what I am doing, I am calling our factorial method and we are passing the value as 5. So we are actually finding the factorial of 5. Now let us run our program and then we will see the output of our program. So let me run our program. So here you can see that we are getting the list of our programming languages which we have defined here, that is C, C++, then we have Java, then .NET, then AngularJS and React.js. And then what we are doing, we are printing this statement, that is lambda expression with functional interface. So we are getting this statement here. And then we are calling the abstract method of our functional interface, whose implementation we have provided by using an lambda expression. And we are finding the factorial of 5, that is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 120. So we are getting the correct output for the factorial. Let me change this number to 10 and let us try to find the factorial of 10. So this is the factorial of 10, that is 10 into 9 up to 2 into 1. And then in our next statement, what we have done, we are calling our default method which we have defined inside our functional interface, and it is printing the value, that is programming with Chetan. So friends, I hope that you are able to understand about lambda expression and functional interfaces in Java programming language. And still, if you are having any doubts, then you can write your queries in comment sections. Wish you all the very best for your learnings.